Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial on the FPS part for Heroes and Generals. This is Piri, and I'm here to try and help you out to become a better gamer at this awesome game. So with no further ado, let's start this tutorial. And here we go. As you can see, the map that we're playing on is the town map, and it's one of the most played ones. I said in the last tutorial, this is one of the free maps currently available on Heroes and Generals in terms of not being skirmishes. And you got the town, you got the mountain map, and then you got the airfield one, which I'm pretty fond of it. And here we go, straight away. We were in a difficult situation because we did not have any vehicles, and the bike is already being used, so go mates, go. And we had to walk a lot. Sometimes this happens. You go into a battle where you think the enemy is weak, and when you get there, he actually got more equipment than you. So you are fighting an uphill battle, and that you gotta win, because it's important to get more terrains and ultimately win the war. So here it's hard, but you gotta walk to C2, and this is the thing that I also want to talk about, and it is important. And I will do another tutorial about that, but I can talk about that a bit because it's a bit slow paced now at the beginning. So imagine you're just starting a map and you got a whole different set of vehicles at your disposal. You got the bikes, you got cars, you got tanks, you got the Halftracks, you got all those good things. What you should do, in my opinion, is what I call blitzkrieg. And what is blitzkrieg? Well, some of you might know what blitzkrieg is, but what is blitzkrieg inside the game, at least in my eyes? Basically what you do is, the guys that can go faster will go further ahead. By example, if you have 3 points to cap, let the guys walking cap the first one, the guys riding bikes capture the second one, and if possible, the guys riding cars, half-tracks, and even tanks start putting pressure straight away on the third point. You might be even being captured by the enemy, and if you can prevent or delay that capture, you'll see that in the end you'll have a better start of the game, so to speak. Because when you're capping a point, and if you're capping it from gray, you just gotta turn it from gray to your color. But if you're capping a point that's red, by example, you gotta take it out of the red color into gray, then from gray to yours. So that's double the time, and time in this situation sometimes can win you the game. So here, as you saw, I flanked using the bike, and then I killed someone that was using a half-track as a mobile station, a mobile firing station, and for me that's a mistake. Capture enemy vehicles if you can. They're free, and if I'm not mistaken, while you're using them, they cannot use it. So you're not only having a vehicle for your personal use, but you are also crippling the enemy in terms of what vehicles they can have in game. So here, instead, and you might be wondering, oh, well, Piri, why didn't you take the C3 straight away, start capping it? Because I was hearing a lot of shooting, a lot of opposition, and I was thinking, before I start capping and before they know I'm here, I'm going to try and take the most amount of men out, so that makes my capping easier. Because at this point I was already seeing that my team had a bit of difficulty in terms of capping points. That was something that I noticed straight away in this game, and you're gonna see that this game is a hard battle. It's an uphill battle into just capping and holding the points. I cannot stress enough how capping points is important. If you're close to it, go and cap it, but if your team cannot help you on that, then you got even more pressure on you. You gotta do more stuff. You not only gotta cap, but you gotta protect it and prevent the enemies from having an upper hand in this situation. That's basically what I'm trying to do. But as all situations, this will not last long, because you cannot stay alert to every corner of this point, and enemies are coming from everywhere. And then I just decide to go and capture it. and that's really important. And you will see as the game progresses that the beginning of this game was extremely hard. The Americans were doing pretty good. They were having a well mounted defense, and they were actually playing as a cohesive team. And here you see, that is one of the points that I wanted to talk about. I'm not trying to give orders to my teammates, but I'm trying to make them understand that to win the game, you gotta cap. And you will see throughout this game that I look a lot to my map, and the position of my fellow soldiers is always a bit back on the map. They camp the forest, they camp the buildings, but they do not one time come for the point itself. It's like, that's the objective of the game, is capturing points. This is not a game where having the most kills is the important thing. Having kills is important. I talked about that already, but this one wasn't not even paying attention. Capturing points is what wins you the games. Put that in your heads, mates. You gotta capture to be successful at this game, and you gain credits for it. So why not do it? And if you can kill a couple of men along the way, even better. That guy over there, I gotta mention this. The guy that was on the roof. I don't know what he was thinking. You know, what was he thinking? I was capturing a point and he was on the roof shooting. Come on, look at the map, guys. And I'm talking this to the American side, but not only to the American side. But if someone's capping the building, try to prevent it. Why not? Why just staying on the roof and trying to take enemies down if the important thing that is the capping is being done? I don't see any reasoning in doing this, but I don't know how other people think, but for me it makes no sense at all. And as you see, it's been a pretty good initial part for me. I've been able to cap the point, destroy a lot of opposition at this point, and now the Americans are using in my opinion, a very good tactic. Basically, we were controlling that point. We're not anymore. But as we control that point, instead of them coming from the C4 and having to cross the Iron Bridge, what do? They spawn at B3 and they use a natural flanking position to the point. And what happens is that you're basically worried about the Iron Bridge because that's where you gotta go, and you forget about B3 on the other side, and most of my teammates are caught unprepared, and because of that they just die. That's the strong point about flanking someone, is that if you have an edge of 5 seconds, and 5 seconds is stressing too much time, maybe even 2 seconds, the result will be probably the other dude dying and you just keep on killing, you know. So flank every position, and in this case when you're fighting from this side and the enemy holds the B line, you gotta pay special attention when defending C3. You gotta be alert for the Iron Bridge, but keep in mind that the biggest percentage of players are gonna come from B3 because they have the cover of the forest, and they're gonna come from there. It's closer, and it's something that most people don't even expect it to be there. And as you keep seeing, I keep relaying to people that they should flank. I gotta admit, I was a bit stressed out maybe on this game. I'm not rude to people, but sometimes things seem so clear to me, and of course everyone has difficulties on playing games, but that's why I'm here. I'm trying to help them out into understand the mechanics of this game better. Okay, so we talked about 2 important things. We got a couple more we gotta talk, but one of them is also as you travel on the Halftracks, and you might notice that each Halftrack from each faction that guy got ran over has a mountain gun on them, a machine gun basically, and most people love to be on the machine gun. I don't know what that machine gun has. For me, they are not that good, but for other people people love to be on that machine gun. Of course, you can get a couple of kills from that. I personally, I cannot see well to do those kills. So that's a position that I never occupy unless every other position is occupied on a half track. And if you think of this, who's the first guy to go? If you have 2 or 3 guys in the vehicle, the first one to die is always the guy on the machine gun. So unless you cannot help it, do not use that position so much. At least that's my opinion. You guys can do whatever you want, but as you see throughout this game, we've been capturing a lot of vehicles, a lot of half tracks from the enemy, and these are important assets to your team. Do not use, that's something that I wanted to talk, do not use the half-tracks as recreational vehicles. They are not there for you to go and take a stroll. They are there to perform an important task, which is spawning troops. For those that do not know it, and here I die on the mine, but for those that do not know it, the half-tracks, you can spawn on them. The guys that are playing on that squad can spawn on the half-track. And basically, you can see the advantage of having a spawn point close to the point that you want to capture. If you protect the half track, you got an influx of players. Just if they die, they instantly get into the point and start fighting again. They know where the enemy is. They know who killed them. They're going to go look for him. But if you keep using the half track as your personal vehicle, driving around, using it as a battering ram, trying to go over people, you are wasting an important resource that is not meant to be used like that. The half tracks are for people to spawn on them, and put that thing in your heads, guys. If you really gotta play Carmageddon, then use a car. Do not use the half track. Okay? Take the car and go. I do not condemn too much people that do that in terms of taking the car and use it a bit more lightly than the half track. But no, the half track has to be used, as I said, and you will see if you use them like that, that actually you will improve your statistics on the battle map in terms of team play. And here we are capturing the C3 again, and as you see, they are recapturing it again. As I told you, the initial part of this game was really hard.